and Immigration, Rwanda. Then followed by the entry, the Shared Initiative, Justice, Law and Order Sector, Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. That entry is from Uganda.
Reform and innovations in Ghana have been going on for 10 years. But 6 years ago, in order to support the government's agenda to entrench democratic governance and the rule of law, we decided as an institution, indeed as the third arm of state, to reposition ourselves to make sure that these changes would become a reality. And so we've embarked on some very far-reaching, wide-ranging, dynamic, even radical reforms, some of which are innovative not only in West Africa, but even in the world. I humbly believe that Judicial Service of Ghana really is currently at the forefront of judicial reform initiatives in Africa. And so I begin my presentation by informing you very briefly of what our mission is. We exist as an institution to promote the administration of justice to all manner of persons without fear or favor. Our vision is to ensure that we provide a service to which all manner of Ghanaians will have equal access to. It must be equitable, it must be fair, it must be cost-effective, and it must be readily available. The Career Magistrates Training Program, which at the time we instituted in 2003 was the first in the world. There was no such program available in any jurisdiction anywhere at the time. The institution of the Private Process Server Scheme for a more efficient service of court processes and documents, replacing the traditional bailiff system. Again, a first that we are aware of. The publication of a code of conduct for judges and magistrates and staff, a first for the Judicial Service of Ghana, the setting up of a commercial court, a first in West Africa, to name but a few.
My name is Anaclet Karibata. I'll be presenting a video documentary showing innovation from the Department of Immigration of Rwanda. It's a simple, web-based online entry visa, and it works like this. A traveler who wishes to visit Rwanda logs on the immigration website, fills the particulars necessary to obtain an entry visa, then submits it online. If the submission is successful, the applicant receives an automatic message on his or her email indicating the following: confirmation that the application has been received, a unique tracking number that is used to monitor the status of the application, and the time it will be taken to get a response, which is not more than 3 days. Then within those 3 days, the department processes the application and sends an email to the applicant informing him or her of the successful application in the form of a document, a PDF document, with also a unique number. So this document is used by the person to travel to Rwanda and face visa on entry.
Like many other African countries, Rwanda has very few embassies around the world where people would usually get access to the entry visas. In order to address this challenge, an internal innovation development team was formed and came up with an online entry visa application.
The new product that we produced was introduced in 2006. This is a product. After that, the person gets the response in 3 working days.
This situation is not only limited to Rwanda. Many countries around the continent face these challenges.
Prison congestion was the order of the day, and there was total lack of facilities. I want to give you some pictures of the facilities that we had then. That is an immigration post. And this is a police post. Please look at it and tell me how you can operate from such and get efficiency and effectiveness. I talked about prison congestion. This is a cartoon where the prisoners are talking about sleeping in turns. one of the prisoners is telling the other that the 3 minutes that were allocated to the one who is lying down were already over. So that was the situation. It was really pathetic. And I give you some of the quotations from the public, the actors and the victims in the chain of justice. I will talk about the prisoner's quotation and the victim, and then later on refer to the one of police. The victim said, "I hardly have any information about my case. The process is so slow, and the procedures are very alien to me." The prisoner had this to say, "I may be deemed to be a bad person, but I'm entitled to a speedy, fair, and transparent trial." Now I want to give you the background to the innovation. Because those problems had reached a boiling point, the actors in the system really felt that they needed to do something about the situation to save the day. So under the championship of the Chief Justice, the criminal justice stakeholders came together at a workshop that was held in 1998. They recognized that the joints in the chain of criminal justice were really weak and they needed to do something about it. But further to that, they noted that the key solution to the problem was in improving coordination, cooperation, and communication. Those are the famous 3 C's that we flag under this chain link initiative. The principles are coordination, cooperation, and communication. So because of the issues that were boiling and the need to come together, this workshop was the birthplace of the chain link. It gave birth to the chain link initiative as a self-help homegrown initiative. At this workshop, action points were agreed upon, and also a management structure was agreed upon to ensure that these action points are implemented. I will just run you through the action points. They included introduction of performance standards for the criminal justice system. CJS stands for criminal justice system. They also included improving case management and coordination, improving records management, making use of alternatives to imprisonment, and also increasing public participation in the administration of justice. It was felt that the public is a key actor in propelling the issues that were at the center stage of the criminal justice system.
My name is John Schnell. I'm from KwaZulu-Natal on the eastern coast of South Africa, and I have with me my 2 colleagues, Mr. Parmanand and Mr. Chinebu, who have been intimately involved in this project. The project, which we'll show you shortly, is a result of a demand from the public for increased services which we could not afford to provide. And therefore, because static infrastructure is so costly, we moved into a mobile environment where we took a learner's license classroom, fitted it into a vehicle, a truck, fitted it with telemetry and other computerized equipment, and we send this truck out with 2 operators, a driver and a traffic officer, to all areas of our province, and sometimes by arrangement to schools or institutions where they are far away from cities or towns that might have a learner's license centre, and we do the whole transaction remotely. In that school, in that village, in that prison, wherever it might be, if that's the request. And what we do is we take out the need for the public to come to us, often on 2 different minibus or passenger bus taxi rides. We've saved them money and time and frustration, and we provide an on-site, one-stop shop service, which is guaranteed that the learner's license issued, if they successfully pass the test, the integrity of that license is guaranteed. We have taken their thumbprint electronically, we've taken their signature electronically, we've photographed them, and we've also done a scan of the iris. So we have absolute certainty that the person who holds the learner's license is in fact the person who sat the test.